Previously on Legend of Korra, Korra goes on a mission to rebuild the airbending nation that turns into a mission to not be killed by the coolest villains the series has given us so far. Where did these intriguing characters come from? How did they acquire their skills? And what tragedies in their past led them to the point where they thought the only way the world could be balanced was through complete anarchy and completely justified killing children? Yeah, we never find any of that out, but we do get a bunch of really cool action scenes. Lin reunites with her previously criminal sister. Bolin gets a girlfriend and an inexplicable new skill. Mako does all. Asami bonds with Korra, and the season ends with Korra being poisoned and completely physically and emotionally devastated by Zahir before he's defeated by the new airbenders. And as the Earth Queen was suffocated by the Red Lotus in the previous season, the Earth Kingdom is left in leaderless chaos. How will the other nations react to this development? What does the future of the new Air Nation look like? Why was there so much camera focus on this initially unnamed extra? And will Korra ever recover? Well, it wasn't perfect, ultimately keeping us on the hook waiting for an answer to a mystery that we never got, but Book 3 was a really exciting season that threw a lot of difficult situations and questions at us, along with the first season ending that actually worked in this series as both a satisfying conclusion and a bittersweet hook for the next season. Unfortunately, it's now time for the Aang knows how long process of waiting for the next— Oh! Never mind! Man, what is with you and the curveballs, Nick? But, okay! Let's talk about this amazing premiere airing nearly directly after the ending of the last season, featuring the physical and emotional recovery of a character that was completely devastated in the awesome finale. Oh wait, I got confused for a minute. Anyone else find it odd how Nickelodeon is doing the best action tunes because you are an idiot? Oh yeah, there's you guys. You know, you guys are cool too. You're just lacking some personal substance. Plus your characters can get really quippy. And no, I have not seen the trailer yet because trailers ruin everything! So why did I cover the TMNT finale trailer and not the Korra trailer? I don't know! This isn't the weirdest thing life is going to throw at you. But I do know that Toph was mentioned, and I will cheer when she actually shows up. I'm not going to get excited about a cameo if they're not going to do anything. Anyway, Book 4, Balance. Will they ever explain what that means? This season, right off the bat, raises the stakes by opening 3 years after the season 3 finale. A precedent I've never seen unless they made a completely different sequel series. Republic City has adapted and incorporated the spirit vines as part of their city. Asami's company is thriving, having built a high-speed train system. Mako is working as a bodyguard to the second worst thing to ever happen to the Earth Kingdom. And the Air Acolytes travel all over as international peacekeepers. But what's really interesting is what's going on with Kuvira, the guard that received inexplicable amounts of face time last season. While the Acolytes have been trying to help the Earth Kingdom by selflessly giving supplies and protection, but have spread themselves across a little too thin, Kuvira, along with Opal's brother, Varric, and Bolin, have been leading a supposedly independent army, uniting the various states of the Earth Kingdom under her protection, in exchange for loyalty and basically owning all of their assets, but under consensual contracts, giving her the reputation by some as a benevolent uniter and some as a conqueror. This apparently has started, or will soon start, a division in the Earth Kingdom between the people supporting Kuvira to take general leadership over the Earth Kingdom as the active protector, and the people who fear her and still support the royal line in the form of Wu, the next heir to the Earth Kingdom throne, who is unbearable. Yes, the fact that he's annoying is purposeful, but no, just because most of this episode's humor is from other people reacting to how pampered, selfish, idiotic, and annoying he is.
Don't worry, kid. The chances of you being assassinated are almost 0.
Okay, that was funny, but it doesn't change the fact that I have to watch him the rest of the time.
Don't let my reputation intimidate you. I'm still human just like everyone else. Only more human. Like extra human or superhuman.
Oh yeah, this guy needs to die. Or have a roundabout character change or become very significant to the story really quickly. I'm pretty sure this character is a reaction to the now lack of comic relief. Bolin still has his excitable mannerisms, but has remarkably matured. And Milo, unfortunately, when he's not playing the kid general, is still kind of annoying. I'd really like it if Milo and Iki got some serious focus. Remember the one time we did that? That was nice. But let's face it, Kuvira's methods aren't really that hard to guess. Aside from her Azula-like intimidating proposals of protection, she also gives a big scary speech to a bunch of bandits that they can either work for her or get squashed by the next train. And it's pretty evident that she's been using them to purposefully disrupt supply lines and attacking towns so that the states don't have any choice but to accept her protection. Yeah, right now, Kuvira is the only one currently on stage being set up to be our big baddie this season, adding to Korra's corrupt leaders pile that we're not supposed to know are villains yet, but we totally do. But Kuvira doesn't have the blatant slimeball nature of, say, Tarlok. While this could just be a power trip like the others, because of how honorable she appears in Season 3, we suspect her drive is something different. Hopefully this time we actually get some explanation for her motives and these particular methods. Whether she is part of the Red Lotus or not. I kinda doubt it considering she's bringing military order, and you know how order is a kind of a thing with the Red Lotus. It is another political conspiracy, but it's one of the more sophisticated ones, under the guise of aid and regaining control over a country that fell apart, something that needs to happen anyway. But it's also suspenseful when you see that it's drawing lines between our main characters. Aside from being spread all over the place, and the president might be playing another political game by forcing Mako to stick with the insufferable Wu, Bolin is with Kuvira for reasons we don't entirely know yet, and aside from a possible future confrontation with Mako, he's also in a relationship with Opal, who is clearly opposed to her methods, and the fact that Kuvira betrayed her mother, who was her previous employer. What exactly she means by betrayed, whether she just left or actually beat her up, we'll probably find out later. And I know it's a 3-year time skip, but I gotta say, I'm a little surprised that Kuvira's character became this front and center in the show this quickly, when her introduction in Season 3 was so subtle. I expected there to be a little bit more of a build-up to her importance, but okay, the once-mentioned guard is the big baddie now. But I get we needed to get the story going. Also, this gal's got skills. She takes out a whole horde of bandits by herself by just clamping their eyes and hands with metal segments from her uniform, I guess. And wait, it's that easy to separate a boulder with metal bending? And finally, Korra is out of the wheelchair but is revealed to have lied to both her father and Tenzin, claiming she was with the other while she's gone completely off the map, and currently fighting in an underground earthbending ring with a snazzy new haircut. Hopefully there'll be some explanation down the road as to how she got to this point, especially 2.5 years after the said event. But considering how broken she was in the finale, whether that was just at being destroyed physically or having the airbenders basically hijack her job, as many people have theorized, and that she apparently still hasn't regained her physical prowess considering how much she's getting thrashed, it makes perfect sense that she's now exhibiting a lot of the classic signs of coping with post-traumatic stress disorder, emotional numbness, changing her appearance, rejecting friends and family, and completely overhauling her routine in the form of going to a completely new place and inevitably embarking on some sort of self-rediscovery walkabout that will probably at some point involve Toph. This is probably Korra's most engaging, but certainly most specific character arc. I love that we're seeing this incredibly personal, tragic, and gradual transition. Yeah, this was your lowest moment. I think we've all agreed that this was done correctly. It's so hard to judge an individual episode when it's so clearly part of a bigger story. But this premiere has done an excellent job touching base with all of our characters, where they are professionally and personally, showing the state of the world, including a lot of updated fashions. That was a nice touch. Not sure how I feel about the flying squirrel suits aesthetically, but they appear pretty effective. Also laying the groundwork for future conflicts and the suspenseful teases about what's going on with Korra. How did you get here, Korra? What's going on in your head? You know, for once, Korra is the most interesting character this season, and I definitely want to see more of her than anyone else. And I'm also really looking forward to seeing Kuvira's motives unfold, hopefully. But I'm probably not going to cover every episode this season unless something huge happens. Yeah, you know. So, Animaniacs, what are you looking forward to this season? Do you think Kuvira is with the Red Lotus, and do you think these crazy kids will last? Comment, like, subscribe, etc., and you stay shiny, Animaniacs!